This is Fitzy and Wippa.
I'm Fitzy and that's Wippa.
Happy Thursday, everybody. It's Fitzy here in the podcast. Wippa's not here. Bugger it, he's here. Sorry.
This is your captain speaking.
Is he on the podcast today, Tom?
Contractually, I'm sorry.
I'd like to welcome you aboard this podcast flight to entertainment. Boo! Get him off. Get him off.
Wow. For a man that has
Sorry.
a fear of flying,
All right, mate.
I have a fear of those announcements.
What do you mean? I'm right here.
Absolute piece of... Hey, coming up on the show, do you know when you think you're helping somebody out by slowing down on the road? And I love doing that. Mm-hmm. You know when there's a speed camera around, you're helping someone out.
There you going, Speedo up there, mate.
Unfortunately, you may be doing something wrong. Okay. And you know what? I've got a kid that's he is going to melt your heart, everybody, with what he does and helps people out and not getting fines.
Right, I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Okay, he's coming up on the show soon.
Fitzy and Wippa.
I want to talk about relationships, guys. This is what we've got to do. And now that we're opening up, and thanks to whatif.com, if you want to book your next travel, why don't you think about going away on a horny holiday?
Hang on.
So if your relationship has been struggling for the last couple of years during the pandemic...
What if I could do that?
You need to get away. Now, there is a sexologist here by the name of Tracy Cox.
Hey, Trace.
And
Is that
she-
a real name?
That is her real name.
COX before you get carried away.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
And Tracy has said you can even... These are some of the tips that you can do even if you're going to go away with the kids. And you've got to pick the right time. But she's got a checklist here if you want to go away and you want to, get that relationship back and going again. Do you want to go through them?
Love to.
All right, your holiday sex packing list. Here we go.
Just let me write this down. Go on.
It's not just remembering your sunscreen. You got to take your most flattering, dressiest clothes. You really got to impress your partner.
Okay, so something smart.
Try to take floaty fabrics, loose dresses and skirts for her, easy to pull down shorts for him.
You could bring that dress you wore the other week.
It wasn't a dress, it was a
Your
caftan.
moo-moo, because that's easy
Yes.
to pull up and get raunchy, even keeping your top half covered, which is better for you 'cause she doesn't have to see you without a top on.
And Lisa can wear it as well.
Do you know what? I was
She
going...
could fit in it the way it looked.
I
Just
wasn't
go with a moo.
I wasn't going to wear any undies under it, says, and then I
beautiful.
realised I needed pockets.
Well, see, that's what they're saying. That's a good idea.
Don't wear any undies.
You don't wear any undies.
Yeah, but when you
afterwards.
start to get excited, all of a sudden you've pitched a tent.
No.
Your undies don't stop that though, do they?
Oh, well, they have at least deliver some level of control. Where if you've just got a
tight are
free
your
swinging moo-moo, my God, you'd be punching through it.
Lisa's already onto this. Sexy reads. Make sure you, beside the pool and mid-afternoon nap, you can have a little bit of a read of your sexy book.
The Bronze
This is
Horseman.
an interesting one. A wooden spoon. Yep,
Huh?
you read that right. If you're travelling with the kids, you won't want to pack sex props. The kids will see that. The humble wooden spoon, which makes for an excellent spanking tool.
Well, this is a tribute to Shane Warne, as we remember the man.
A pair of marigolds. Now,
What's that?
I thought they were flowers, but
Marigolds?
they're the extra long rubber gloves.
Now, that is.
In case you want to
now-
clean the apartment before you get raunchy.
Tracy has
That
said,
is-
don't knock it until you've tried it.
What do you do?
Well, you've got to use a lot of
Okay.
lube.
Oh, where are you going, mate?
not
You're
going
really
into
delivering on a
I'm
Thursday.
not going into that one, Tom. I'm sorry.
You know, what do you mean not going into that one?
No, well, that's what you've got to do with that one, but I'm not going to...
You're not delivering a calf. You're not at a country retreat and there's a cow giving birth
Well,
outside.
just depends, doesn't it?
Here's some tips on how to get into the mood. Do it in your hotel room many times. All hotel rooms are sexy. Not even the not so posh ones, because this is weird. Because it says here because you can't help but think what other people have got up to in the hotel room.
Too true.
Yeah, but that makes me feel sick.
I agree. That's not a turn on to think how many
Yep.
people have gone through this bed.
Don't eat on that table.
No, but when you're in a hotel room, it
Oh, here we
always
go.
gets you just,
Okay.
the naughtiness of it and the novelty of it gets you a little bit more sort
when
of
you're
in the mood.
lift, you get turned
Well,
on.
you know
so
what?
Don't
Yeah.
even try.
I booked into the Star not long ago. Sorry, the Crown, to go and try it out for the first time. And we just had different ideas about what was going to happen when we got in there. She said, I'll have a quick shower. So I sat on the couch and had a few beers watching the UFC. And the next thing you know, she's in bed with a face mask on, fast asleep. I'm 3 beers down, thinking we're on. Forget about it.
To be clear, your 3 beers and watching the UFC was the Mikey's ready. Was
Yeah.
that your
Yeah, well, that
signal
was
of its game on?
I had-
Was that
I'd
your
long-
marigold moment?
I had long gloves on.
Okay. Says here to use the bath. Yep, that's an obvious one. This one's an interesting one. The shower. If little ears are listening and the kids, you can't get away, shampoo each other's hair. It's an incredibly intimate and sexy thing to do.
Targeted.
Let him shave your legs. Let her shave your face.
What? Never.
This chick sucks.
Do it on a secluded beach. Do it off the beaten track.
Where is this spot?
Do it at a famous landmark.
Oh, okay. Opera House.
That's not a bad idea.
Get a photo of us on the steps.
The Eiffel Tower. Have a look
yeah.
at this Eiffel Tower.
Go on. Go on.
This is an interesting one. Do it at dinner in a restaurant that has long tablecloths. Wear a floaty skirt with no knickers and keep a straight face while the waiter takes your order.
It's weird hearing you do this sort of content.
My God. It is normally you would frown at any time I deliver this sort of gear.
100%.
And all of a sudden you're celebrating. Good to have you on board, mate.
Turn off to turn on. There's nothing more off-putting than a partner who spends the whole holiday on their phone.
Yep.
Lie in the sun together. It boosts
nice.
vitamin D and gets your libido humming.
Do you guys think there's something sexy about a picnic?
Nope.
You guys ever think there's something sexy about a rug and the green grass and an open field and some cold meats and cheeses and a woman there?
I was going to say, is the
Just
woman
me?
necessary? You're having a good time.
No,
See,
she's there.
this one's for you. Foot play. Suck your partner's toes
here we
and
go.
lick the spaces in between them.
Oh, yummy.
Tracy says.
Oh, nothing better than foot rot in your
Go-
mouth.
Jeez, if
Go
Tracy
to-
ever invites you on a weekend, go to the footy.
Go commando in a restaurant. Well, that's what she just said before. Use code words.
Like what?
Well, use a code word to say to get
Penis.
away from the kids.
How confusing a
Don't
code
roll
word.
your eyes at me after delivering 4 minutes
Mate.
of sex chat and I say one word.
I actually handled it really well.
Talking about elbow length gloves and I say penis.
Don't
Well, I
need to
didn't
keep
say what
saying
you
it.
do with them. My gosh.
Michael,
I mean,
come on, smart funny,
we
mate.
all assumed what you... Didn't we?
No, I didn't.
I mean, I don't.
I thought you cleaned the apartment.
Well, afterwards.
No,
What,
beforehand.
like a sanitising
trying.
program?
Still trying to work out who used this hotel room before I did and what they did in it.
Imagine
Gross.
if you knew DeGroot had been in it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, burn
Set
the place
fire
down.
to the bed.
We want to help.
Things that I'm doing that you're not that you wish you were.
Probably do.
No, thanks.
Make up for missed holidays with whatif.com this Easter.
Ocean view apartment for us, water park for the kids.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
Current affair last night. I didn't know that you could get away with this because I was always a big fan. When you saw a speed camera, remember that when you would drive past going the other way?
Yeah.
I used to love flicking my light.
You get done for that too.
Yeah.
But it had a great community spirit to it, didn't it?
Can you get done for it,
Yeah.
mate?
Yeah,
This
you
is the
can.
thing. No, because on a current affair last night, there's a young bloke who's got his own motorbike and listen to what he does.
His name is Bo Jackson, speed camera crusader.
People appreciate that you're saving them money.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I save them heaps.
So this is what Bo does. He's got his own motorbike, right? And he gets on a certain app and have a listen. He puts in a lot of time. I love this kid.
He searches the Waze app to find reported camera locations from the New South Wales Central Coast to Newcastle. And when he sees an unfair sight, the L-plater sets up.
He's an L-plater. He sets up in front, like a few hundred metres in front of the speed camera with a huge sign going, guys, speed camera.
Has he not got other things to do with his day?
He's got a bit of time on his hands, but he's doing what the speed camera should be doing, isn't
Yeah.
he? He's getting people to actually slow down for a safety reason. No revenue raising here.
This is why I was asking when you actually flick your lights to people. Is it? I don't think it is illegal. Has anyone been done
Yeah,
for flicking
someone's
your
been
lights?
done. We've discussed this before, I'm sure, because the police call it like a distraction or it's some sort of...
I think it's dangerous, isn't it, the flicking of lights?
it's not.
Because
No,
you
you
lose a point. You can actually lose a point if you leave your lights on and you're driving
Isn't
during
that
the
just
day.
if they're high beam?
No.
Because if your lights are on during the day, it makes no impact.
Nothing at all.
I don't know.
You probably stand out even more. It's smart.
Distraction.
If anyone has been done flicking your lights when you've gone past a speed camera, 13, 24, 10. But Bo, he said he loves the community spirit. He said he's been giving chocolates, Sarah. People leave him a six-pack of beer.
Oh, nice.
Even a tyre company where he lives have said, here, Bo, on your motorbike, here's a couple of new tyres for your
kidding.
motorbike.
How good is that?
Mate, he just sets up, he checks the Waze app every day. Because, you know, Pete, our boss, he uses the Waze app. Remember that?
He used to be a policeman, Pete.
Because remember, he speeds, and then when he sees a speed camera coming up, that's when he slows down.
No, I don't think he does. Do you know what's good, though? Just the relaxed way in Aussie, almost like giving a wink or a nod, will just 2 hands on the wheel and just lift 1 finger in recognition for your effort.
What?
Just 1 finger up off the steering wheel to say, got you. I just love that.
What do you... What,
It's
It's
the acknowledgement of someone helping someone else out on the road.
Yes.
Or if someone's to flash your lights, it's just like this. Or if you're driving in a remote area and you're past another car, just to see another human, just 1 finger goes up.
Out in the country, that happens. In Balmain, because the roads are so skinny.
So narrow.
If you do wait for someone on the side of the road and wait for them to come through, there are a lot of hand signals.
Yeah, it's good,
Got to
isn't
do
it?
a hand signal.
Always.
Wes in Ashfield. Have you been done before, Wes?
My mum has, yeah.
It's for flicking the lights to tell people there's a speed camera there.
Yeah, there was an unmarked police car coming the other way that saw her do it. Turned around, pulled her over, and she turned on the cheers to get out of it.
Oh, well
What
done.
was it going to be? Do you know the amount or the points or something?
Yeah, I can't remember what happened, but she claimed to be using her car for the first time, and she was trying to turn on the windscreen wipers.
Oh, well done, Mum.
But what's the charge for? Like, why is the reason? What is the reason?
I think they just said endangering a driver or something like that, but, you know, it's not really that bad.
Because Bo Jackson, this young fella, has gone to the cops and they said what you're doing is legal because you are actually telling people to slow down, and that's what we want people to do.
Yeah.
Well, it's up there with the signs, isn't it? You know, when you're warned that there's a speed camera.
But it's the exact same warning as someone flicking their lights or flashing their lights and just saying slow down. There's a speed camera here.
Nice and personal. Lift a finger off the steering wheel.
Well done, Bo. What a great kid.
Not that finger, Sarah. That's rude.
Michael.
2 people enter. Only 1 leaves.
Lock the door!
There's 60 seconds on the clock.
Time to dance.
It's time to play.
Last fan standing.
The Star Championships. This is where stories are made. April 2 and 9 at Royal Randwick. Book now at theraces.com.au.
Elizabeth from Tempe, we want to send you to the races. Liz, would you want to go?
I would love to go. I would love to.
Okay,
All right, Lizzie.
It's the Star Championships, lovers. This Saturday and next Saturday, Royal Randwick. You can go get tickets now if you want to at theraces.com.au. But $1,000 up for grabs. You've got to get past Lisa in Glenhaven. Hi, Lisa.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay, all right, Lisa. All right, Elizabeth's going first. If she gets one wrong, power then goes over to you, Lisa. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds. $1,000.
All right.
And you're off to the races. Elizabeth, your 60 seconds starts now. In what city would you find Big Ben?
New York?
No, it's London. Over to Lisa. Lisa, a dried plum is known as what?
Prune.
Yes. True or false? A spoodle is a type of dog.
True.
That is true. Which cricketing legend was farewelled last night at the MCG?
Oh, my beloved Shane Warne.
Yes, good answer. Who plays the character of Wolverine in the X-Men franchise?
Hugh Jackman.
That is correct. Where would you find the Andes mountain range?
South America.
Yeah, that is correct. Remembrance Day is held in which month?
November.
Yes. Beyonce is married to which famous rapper?
That would be Jay-Z.
That is correct. Tom Riddle is another name for which famous fictional villain?
Is it Harry Potter?
No, it's Voldemort. Over to Elizabeth. Which cocktail is made with gin, vermouth and olive?
It's a martini.
Yeah, it
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You've nailed it.
Did
So sorry. I was so dumb.
Do you know what?
I was so dumb, and
No.
it was so smart.
No,
Hey, come on.
You got Harry. I mean, Harry Potter was right, but we were looking for the fictional villain, which was Voldemort from Harry Potter.
Elizabeth, you've got the $1,000 for tickets to the Star Championship, Royal Randwick. And Lisa, you've got our admiration because you're on a big winning streak, and I thought you were going to win that one.
Oh, what a bummer. Never mind. It was so good.
You're in the running
Oh,
for
no. Congratulations. You did well, too.
Oh,
Thank you.
Beautiful. Great conversation there. WhatsApp. Now, I was reluctant to go into WhatsApp for a while because I'm thinking, why can't you just text people? But then you realise that you go into groups, and then you know what? It's got to the point now where people go, well, I'm sorry, I only communicate by WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'm surprised our group chat isn't on WhatsApp, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know.
It's easier to send videos and stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Upload, download.
I want to hear from anyone out there, WhatsApp mayhem. What's happening in your WhatsApp groups that are just, it's blowing your mind at the moment, 13, 24, 10. Because I didn't know this, but initially when you get on WhatsApp, do you know this? That whatever photos sent to you on WhatsApp goes straight into your camera
They
roll.
do link straight into your roll. I had to turn that off.
Right, I had to turn that off.
Yeah.
Because BJ was questioning some of the content that
Hang
was
on a
coming
minute.
through on a few mates' WhatsApp groups.
Where'd that come from?
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, so I knew Shane Warne was a good cricketer, but I didn't know he was that good at other things as well.
Bowling maidens
What is
over.
that? She was like, why is that in your camera roll? And I said, I've got no idea. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so we need to go through this at the moment. So that's one. I've got a few mates that are going a bit crazy with that one. Also, we've got footy groups at the moment. And, you know, Lenny's in under 9s, Huey's in under 13s, and it's flat out. The amount of messages I'm getting on WhatsApp group because of the weather at the moment, you know, Oval's being cancelled, the rain's too much. We play this weekend. We've trained twice together. The team's trained twice.
Wow.
So that's out of control.
Put that in the WhatsApp.
The other one as well. There's a school one, right? And what I love about WhatsApp, there's one that there's 200 people on.
Too much.
Parents.
No.
Right? It's out of control.
Are you on it or BJ?
No, BJ's on it.
Yeah,
but
stay off that.
I'm linked to that as well, right? And there's people in there, I think, that sit back at home and they get off on actually upsetting other people in WhatsApp groups.
Sure.
Do you know one of those people as well? 13 24 10, give us a call. So there's questions flying out there at the moment because we're new parents to the school and that as well. There's just questions like, oh, okay, we got, you know, does anyone know where this is at the school? Or someone asked the other day, does anyone know where the church is? Because we're going to go to the church and meet the kids there and stuff like that.
Just look up the school map.
So one of the fathers has written back, yeah, no, it's all right. The church has been there for 200 years. It's in the same place as it was 200 years ago.
Bit spicy.
Ooh.
But we get a lot of on the WhatsApp parent group. We get a lot of. Does anybody else think that?
Yes.
Has it occurred to any other parents that maybe ...
Oh, don't.
So you think, oh, I'm not buying into any of this.
Mate, it's out of the. I think I've got to delete it because I'm looking at WhatsApp more than any other app on my phone at the
You
moment.
have to mute it, and then it doesn't alert you. You can mute certain conversations, so that group won't ping up in your phone all the time. It does mean, though, when you open it and there's 4,000 messages, you've got to catch up.
Do you know what? We went to a party not long ago and we met 2 other couples, right? So 4 more people that lived in our street. And they said, oh, you're not on the street WhatsApp group.
No.
And very quickly, that was a conversation killer. And I walked away and said, Lisa, you can handle that one. So she's now on the street WhatsApp group. But I find what's most annoying, I don't have the notifications set up. So when my phone's locked, I don't see when someone's commented.
Okay.
Because it's madness.
Yeah.
But then the worst is when you pick up your phone to send a text message and you're trying to type and the notifications are then coming up at the top of your screen. You're trying to hit back to messages, and then you end up in WhatsApp. Then you're trying to go back to messages. Another one pops up, and you find yourself back in WhatsApp.
But see, the other thing is, well, like with your friends, they know your humour. So you can have a bit of a crack at them. You can be sarcastic, and they understand your humour. But when you go into other WhatsApp groups, you forget that humour's not being receptive but to other people.
Yeah.
And that they think they're having a go at you.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm having fights left, right and centre. It's getting out of control.
Do you know what? There is, it's great when someone posts the wrong thing on the wrong thread. I accidentally put, Tom Cardy, who we love on this show, very funny man, writes great songs. He did a song which had a very aggressive word in it, had the C word in it. Yes. Right? What I want. To that tune, I sent that to the family group accidentally, which was meant to go to the guys. Mum rang me, just devastated by the language. But thanks, Tom, I loved it.
John was laughing his head off.
John said, how do we get this guy to do it live?
The other thing is, well, I am getting a lot from overseas. Like this one. Jack, can you give me your landlord's contact information? I've lost his phone number.
Block it, Fitzy.
No,
block and report.
Wrote back to her and she's drained a couple of $1,000 out of my account. There's a lot of these going on. When you get one from Matt DeGroot, you start to get a bit nervous as well.
You don't open that in front of your wife. I mean, I'm on a group chat, Tom, myself, and both of our wives, and it's called Life. Am I right, guys?
Oh,
We should do What's Your WhatsApp Name group.
Oh, what's your WhatsApp name?
Yeah, go on. Let's
What's
open
your WhatsApp name?
Because we've got another one, which is Grub Club Forever, where we
Yeah.
just share nice food photos.
That's
it.
true.
What's the motto of Grub Club again?
Moved by food.
yeah,
moved by food.
And
That's said in
what's
Latin.
the chant that you say when you rock up to the table?
That's moved by food.
Yeah, you chant that 4 times.
4 times.
Right.
But with the secret handshake, of course.
Okay.
I can't reveal what that is.
All right. What's some of your group names on your WhatsApp
I've
group?
got my family one. It's called Wombara Bowls because we started it when we were holidaying in Wombara a few years ago down on the south coast, and we're at the bowling club.
That's
playing
good.
bowls.
Okay, that's not bad.
MDG's flicking through his phone. I'm a little bit nervous about this one.
Yeah.
No. We just have respectable conversations by respectable gentlemen, and that's a good one. That's got Dean in it. Who the most annoying thing? Dean Lewis, singer Dean Lewis. Yes,
Oh,
he's the man
yeah,
that got his
yeah.
career started. Don't know if you know it.
Sure.
Who every 2 or 3 months leaves the group because he's concerned that it'll be hacked one day and his career will end.
Yes.
And then every 2 months after that, he's like, I'm going to have to get back in the group chat. And then 2 months later, he leaves it again when he's got a new song coming out. I was like, mate,
You can't.
you can't. You're in or you're out.
We have Dad of the Year, and that's just a group of lads that have kids that post great efforts as a dad. Whether it's, taking the kids to the footy or they've made a slide out the back. Just Dad of the Year is a great
Dad of
group.
the Year is good. All right. We're talking about WhatsApp mayhem. It's happening at the moment. I'm only new to the app, but I'm going to tell you what, I've got to start. Sarah's just taught me how to mute conversations. It's out of control.
Too many groups,
We've got
mate.
parents at school having a crack at each other. Don't get me wrong, I love Married at First Sight. I love seeing this stuff going on, but I just don't want to be involved on a WhatsApp group, you know?
I had a parent smash a glass last night on the WhatsApp group.
wow.
Couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Well, I was having a few parents partner swapping, which was weird.
You're kidding me. Get me onto that group.
And they're coming to the dinner party tonight.
Oh my God! I mean, there's a group of I went paddling once, right? And I'm on a group called Paddle Bitches. Because it was a group of people that like kayaking on Sydney Harbour. But still, I'm in the group.
Well
done.
done.
On that one.
Daniel in Croydon Park, what's your WhatsApp group called?
Morning, team. My WhatsApp group is Degenerate Punters.
Degenerate Punters. How does the group go, mate?
Look, it's got a whole mixed bag of stuff, but it's mostly about sports news, our juicy tips for the week, any sport events we've got coming up, and the famous tagline is "Must be nice."
Must be nice.
One of the boys
From Hamish
wins
and
one of the
Andy.
best.
Daniel, do you win it all, or are you really bad punters?
Look, we broke about even last season.
Yes.
So
yeah,
bad.
we're not too good.
That's a win.
too good.
Breaking even is a win, really.
Breaking even.
Daniel.
That is a win.
Thanks, buddy.
Sarah in Crow's Nest, what's happening in your WhatsApp group at the moment, Sarah?
Yeah, my WhatsApp is the whole family, like grandparents, in-laws, everyone. It's a whole thing. But then there's all these extra separate family chats as well. And my grandpa will send these huge essay messages about like little prayer chains and you know those little chain letters you used to get when you were when you were young in your emails, and then he'll copy and paste them into every single WhatsApp chat, so we get it 10 times.
Do you mean like post this on to 7 people and you'll receive good luck?
Yeah.
How funny is
Sarah,
that?
you haven't made
We get it 10 times.
haven't made any mistakes with mixing up your WhatsApp groups and sent anything to the family before, Sarah? Have you been good like that?
I've been good. My uncles and my dad are notorious for that, absolutely notorious. So I know that all the boys in the family have a boys' chat that is a little bit more wild than the general family chat.
Yeah.
And they sometimes accidentally send stuff in the chat that has my grandparents in it.
Awesome.
And then you get, you know, when it says so-and-so removed their message.
Yeah, how good is
Really
that?
quick removal.
Yeah.
But someone will have caught it and screenshot it and gone, oh, yeah, so I guess to the other chat,
But
wasn't
you
it?
know, you're right though, and Sarah, when something's removed from the gents chat, right, you always think, geez, how bad could it have been?
I know.
You have to text them afterwards to say, mate, send it to me personally. That sounds awesome.
That little thing that says this message has been deleted, you go, whoa, they've been through a dark time the last 30 seconds.
Now, if that's been banned, jeez. We celebrate the memorial of Shane Warne last night. 55,000 people packed the MCG, and also here at the SCG, tributes flowed as they broadcast it through to the stadium for those that wanted to gather. I thought it was the most moving tribute I've seen in a very long time. In fact, as a TV spectacle and a celebration, I mean, I was sitting there with my laptop and I had some work to do. I didn't open it for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it
I
was
thought
amazing.
it was sensational.
Yeah.
I take my hat off to Eddie Maguire. Behind the scenes, he put the whole thing together, and as a host, he steered it beautifully with the right tone and the right direction. It was just a fitting tribute that flowed so well, which was perfect for a man that should be celebrated to the level he was and what he achieved. It made me feel small. It made me feel lazy to see that this one guy had done so much. You had the United Nations up there. Shane's part of the Lion's Share, which is a group supporting animals through advertising programs, and he's there working with the UN, just as a side note.
Well, they always said that Warne lived, even though he got to 52, he lived 3 lifetimes already.
Totally.
Like the stuff that he was doing. It would have been like... To have a documentary, I mean, there's a documentary Shane out now, but that's just on his career. But just to be a fly on the wall in his life, travelling all around the world, playing the greatest golf courses, meeting the greatest people, a friend saying, I need a favour, and him just going to his phone and just contacting the right people and putting them in the right direction.
But it was a great stories too of the juxtaposition of his life, where he was in this ridiculous world where he had access to everything. And they used the example of him being at the MCGs in the commentary box with cricket royalty or whoever it might be, politicians of the highest level. He's holding a conversation, and then he's out the front having a gasper with a punter, having a great conversation there. And, the fine dining restaurants, but all he wanted was his SPC spaghetti. All this sort of stuff, which I just love, the back and forth of what, the world offered him, but what he really wanted, and the time that he celebrated at home with his kids and the stupid games they'd play.
And then he'd go to Vegas and play in a tournament for 2 weeks. Like, it was amazing. And apparently he was a good poker player as well. Great golfer. Great. I mean, he just had everything.
And you were wondering how much of sort of the off-field antics that you'd heard about would come in to play in a celebration like this. I don't think it was until we got to sort of Sam Newman who started talking about how long a game of golf would take, because Shane would be full of stories and then spend 4 hours showing you photos on his phone. And even Sam Newman was shocked, so that's saying something. All 3 kids got up, Brooke, Jackson and also Summer. They spoke so well. Lisa and I was on the couch crying because it was such a beautiful tribute, and you picture yourself and you picture your kids, and it really hits home. But Summer in particular was emotional when she spoke, but she spoke so well.
When I was struggling and I didn't know how to go on with life because I was dealing with my own demons, you showed me how I could fall in love with life again. You told me that I could either live with these demons or I could fight them and come out of the end stronger, because you believed in me and that was all I needed. You saved me, Dad. You truly did.
And then your thoughts, of course, are with Shane's mum and dad. And Keith got up and did a eulogy at the start of the ceremony, which was also quite touching. I mean, they've lost their world. They have the kids to live on through, and the rest of the family, and Shane's brother as well. But, Keith spoke so well.
Mate, your mother and I cannot imagine life without you. You've been taken too soon and our hearts are broken. Thank you for all you did for us and for being such a loving and caring son. Rest in peace, mate. Love you, Mum and Dad.
His brother, who spoke so well too and revealed a letter that he wrote to him, I think it was sort of towards the start of his cricket career, and said, this is now the time. You can do this. You're going to be the best leg spin bowler in the world. And in 20 years' time, they're going to look back and go, wow, that's Shane Warne. Everything. It was like he predicted the future of how successful his brother was going to be. The musical tributes of Chris Martin. He was in the jungle somewhere, mid-tour.
Not on a Celebrity, was he?
No, that was a different thing. That didn't get a mention last night.
No. Well, he got up and performed with Coldplay a few times. Got on the harmonica, I think.
Those photos were hilarious. Ed Sheeran performed as well.
I just keep on making the same mistakes.
You know what, too? When they showed that photo of Ed between Shane Warne and Michael Gudinski. Oh, my God, how moving is that? He must have these moments, Ed Sheeran, thinking, where have they gone? What has the year brought? They've disappeared from my life. Even Elton John, who was a huge Shane Warne supporter.
I want to dedicate this song to Brooke, to Summer and Jackson, and to all the people that came out today. God bless you, Shane. God bless the family. Here we go.
What a song.
What a song.
Yeah, It was very well done, wasn't it?
It was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And to sum it up, that story of when Paul McCartney asked if he could be anybody in the world, he said Shane Warne.
Did he really? Paul McCartney?
Yeah.
I'd like to. Oh, was it Mick Jagger?
It was Mick Jagger.
Yeah,
well, Elton
make a
John
mistake.
was asked, and then Mick Jagger, and they
Mick
both
Jagger. They
said
said
Warne.
we'd like to be Shane Warne.
And that is Mick Jagger
Oh,
saying that.
wow.
You know what? Someone said last night the only thing that was missing from there, because it was such a good night and it was a party, it was Warne.
It was Warne.
Yeah, totally. He would have loved it.
He would have been wrapped with it. Well done to all involved.
Test. And now it's time for Tom, the overweight-looking Russell Brand producer. Time. Tom time. Like that?
Yeah, exactly like that. Good morning, Fitzy, Wippa, Sarah.
Hey,
Back to Groot.
Tom.
Wonderful to see you. Bit of a chilly Thursday.
I can confirm too in sad news in Tom's life, guys, as I jump in quickly at the top. Tom has parted ways with Jenny, his hairdresser.
No.
Because
don't
like you
bring
can't trust a skinny chef, you can't trust a hairdresser that looks like Jimmy Barnes.
She does
As a
not.
female.
And he hasn't got rid of her.
No.
I thought you have broken up after the last haircut
we're
because
just
it's a
on-
disaster.
On a break.
We're on a break.
Okay.
Sure.
You just
It's
can't
complicated.
decide. Yeah.
It's complicated.
I mean, she's been cutting your hair the same for about 10 years,
Yeah.
Tom, so I don't know what she's done wrong now.
There was an issue with the colour.
Yeah.
He tried to describe to my wife what the problem was with the colour and the wrong
it?
oils that he was using, and that's
Jenny-
why it was going brown.
Jenny just doesn't know. She's not
blind.
fully aware. Yeah.
She also doesn't pick up after a blind dog, which is really which is horrible.
Tom, does she know?
Jenny has put her prices up.
Has she?
Because she comes to my house,
What?
and because of the price of fuel, she's put my haircut up $5.
You've got
And
to
you're
be
dumping
kidding
it
me.
for $5. That's not even a coffee in Double Bay.
Is that bad?
So
Don't worry about the money.
So
Look
it's
at your head.
$10 now, Tom, is it?
Get it back on Medicare. All right, let's say hi to Hayden in Bass Hill. Good morning. Oh,
Good
isn't it
start, Hayden. Strong.
3 incriminating questions. The answer is either Fitzy or Wippa. The prize this morning, a bottle of Double Chin Gin, thanks to Australian Distilling Co. and a Fitzy and Wippa umbrella.
Oh, okay. Topical.
Thank you so much. Question number 1. One of the boys took a call from his wife yesterday because she was out and she couldn't decide what to eat for lunch at a cafe. But was it Fitzy or Wippa who said to their wife, "Don't buy yourself lunch because you got food at home in the fridge and you spend too much on lunches"? Who would that be? Fitzy or Wippa trying to stop his wife from buying lunch?
It'd have to be the big man, Wippa.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it is, Hayden. I've got a new rule in the house for my wife. If it's at home already in the fridge, don't buy it out. She said, but I'm running from one thing to the other. I said, well, that's a lack of prep. You should have organised that sandwich this morning.
I will.
Don't you
go to
buy
the-
lunch here every day?
Yeah.
Every day you walk down to Coles. My gosh.
Don't worry about that.
You got to get the PA back.
Hopefully
so she
she's
can
not
go
listening.
make it for you
Or
again.
calorie counted as well.
PA/PT, I might add.
She was PAPT. Yeah, I'll eat, and then you can show me how to work out.
But she ended up with PTSD. I think.
That's a serious condition that shouldn't be laughed at. So.
Only in this context. All right, question number 2. Who said to us in the office the other day that he thinks all couples should self-isolate at least once a year because it did wonders for his relationship? He had a great time spending a week apart from his wife. Who would that be? Fitz or Wippa?
No doubt, Fitzy.
Yes.
And yet you're still in the spare room.
Yeah, well, she has booted me out for extra. She just said that you can come back into the bed tonight.
Oh, that's
it has
nice.
been an amazing week. and a half,
It would
I must
have
admit.
been magic.
Oh,
Absolute
it has
magic.
been unbelievable.
Can't wait.
She had to introduce me to these 2 kids that were staying at the house again as well. Houston and Lennox, I think their names are.
Question number 3, Hayden, and you'll win that gin. Who took a call from his dad after the show yesterday, but said, "Sorry, Dad, I can't talk now because I'm in the middle of what I call my after-show glow." Who celebrates with after-show glow every day?
Wippa, no doubt.
Yeah.
Hayden, I don't know how you got it. Tom, I don't know how you squeezed Tom time in this morning with 2 snippets of phone call action on me yesterday.
Very busy on the
How
phone.
dare you?
The Fitzy and Wippa Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows.